Hello, namaste to my divine family. So today I have come up with the divine messages from Shiva and you can say Mahakali and her different groups, different incarnations. In front of you there are three piles. And why I'm doing this reading because this was a divine message. This was a divine channel message I was getting to do this reading. I don't know who need to listen this, but if you have come across, it means this is meant for you. What you need to do, you need to choose one of these three piles. Okay, once you choose one of these three piles based on this feathers color, whichever appeals you intuition wise, you can go. And if you want to choose more than one, that is also welcome. So here are the messages, okay, for you in this. Let's start with pile 1. So I'll keep these two pile there and let's see what is the message for pile 1 from Mahakali and Shiva. So for this pile who has chosen this, I'm keeping this feather here, okay, and let's see what is the message. The first message from Shiva is all about from Adi Shakti. It's telling that embracing the realm of infinite possibility. So you had if you are going through something and you're not believing in that, it's telling you to stop into world brimming. You are stepping into world brimming with new possibilities alongside your soulmate, alongside your partner. So enhance the freedom to seek advice and receive support from your spouse partner. So whatever, if you're doubting anything will not happen or you're finding it could be difficult, here is a message from Adi Shakti. Both if you need to join your energies together and work. Let's see what more it has to say. So I have now another three from these two other three cards. So the cards which are talking about here is a message of that if you're living into any kind of, you see, so here, if you're living into any kind of self-creation, any kind of survival mode, come out of the survival mode and live into the present. Center yourself so that you can tap into your enough potential and also in creating your self-created energy. Activate your throat chakra and center your heart chakra. Work with your heart chakra and work with your solar plexus chakra along with your sacral chakra, because the creation comes in harmony with all these chakras, because it looks like you are in some kind of creation work, or if you are in currently in survival mode, you have not been able to talk, or you are manifesting something, you are thinking this may not go wrong but they may not go right, something can go wrong. If any kind of confusion is there, the confusion is arising because you are in survival mode. I was telling you, you are doing on some kind of survival, not fully presenting yourself, because you are living in this survival, and then you need to get into your that present mode. You need to live in now and also create it with love, affection and trust. As Adi Shakti says, combine the yin and yang energy. Once you combine the yin energy, whether within you or your divine partner or your soulmate, if it is not there, you can still manifest it in your thinking, it is in your visualization, and create from self-reliance, from the preservance. Okay, let's see what is the message from Mahakali. Mahakali has a message of Artha of Kali. This is one of the very, very beautiful card. Here this beautiful card, as the name suggests, Artha of Kali. Artha means the prosperity, the blessing, the materialistic blessing, spiritual blessing. So a Kalima is telling you in this form of his male divine energies combination, she says that you are capable of manifesting anything in a blissful manner, in the divine manner. All the divinity is here, but the only thing stopping you is your own limitation, physically, mentally, spiritually. You need to take action. So take actions. Once you take these actions, you can manifest by being self-centered. So this is the message for you. Work with your own being in centered, being in present, believing in your actions, and let go any kind of fear. If any kind of past pain or past experience is stopping you, you need to let go of that. So this is the message from Mahakali and Shiva. Along with this is the divine, brilliant message from the divine Mahakali Ma's different messages. So please accept it and claim it by liking and subscribing to my channel. I keep on bringing such beautiful videos for you, more messages When the more love is given, the more love is reciprocated. Take care. Stay blessed. Now we'll be reading this for the pile number 2. Pile number 2, if you have selected this beautiful peach color feather, let's see what is the message from Shiva for you. Wow. So Shiva says the law of karma. Law of karma is telling that reaping what you sow. So the universe says that operates on the principles of karma. What you give, so shall receive. Your current situation is a reflection of consequences of your past action. So let's see what other card says, why it's telling like this. Okay, let's see what is in there. The other card is you need to slay your ego. Okay, so you can see these two are matching. Something has happened where the message is for you to also slay your ego and remain earthbound, means connected to the earth. And also this will, if you are not going to slay the ego or you're not being remain earthbound to the thing, this is a very strong message. But if since it's a very strong message, we should also, it's kind of a warning, divine guidance also you can take it as. Because when we are manifesting something we are saying why it is happening with something, it comes to us as a karmic connection. Let's see what Mahakali has. See, Mahakali is with you. You know, when Mahakali comes, there's a lot of messages. Let's now I tell you entire message as a summary. Okay, what does it want? So I was telling you like, okay, so as it mentions slay the ego. So what does it mean ego said? Ego is where, like you can see the law of karma, something is stopping. What is that? That's our big own ego about us, our self-centeredness, something having the spiritual ego. The spiritual ego is also not makes you earthbound or let you surrender to the thing. Then what happens that sudden change or any kind of, if things come, that is coming for our self-discovery. If anything comes for self-discovery, self-growth, that you need to accept, because you've not been stopped here. You have been divinely protected to take some decisions which are not your earthbound decision, which are not in earthbound means when it comes to your own grounded decision. If you take this decision or such things if happen, you may not feel that worth later on. So that's why they're telling whatever you have, the self bound thing or something which is stopping you to grow, you need to search on that. Slay your ego. Mahakali also says this, you are not delayed, you are divinely protected. If something is not happening here, you need to surrender to the Mahakali, the Das Mahavidya, one of the Savrup of her, and you need to see why it's not happening, what's not happening. But something is definitely going to happen very soon. Suddenly it will happen and it will be highly spiritual victory. Such spiritual victory will make you forget all those painful time which you have been right now. Because once you surrender yourself and you see whatever is happening, why it is happening, get into that and see, instead of looking all these events which are happening in my life, instead of ego, I need to look all these things without the ego, without my inner ego or outer ego or societal pressure. I need to get to the grounding, and then I need to accept the sudden changes, the spiritual changes for my spiritual victory, and this is all by the divine protection of Mama Kali. Okay, so I can see what you see is what you sow is what you reap. So if you're sowing good today, you're reaping good today. Okay, and the good is for the highest good of you and the others. Accept this reading, and because this is a highly extremely spiritual message, this high spiritual transformation is going, this extreme spiritual transformation is going, which is make you make in a different kind of like a butterfly image. Like today you are in a kind of situation, like you can say that your metamorphosis is happening, your spiritual transformation is happening. That spiritual transformation will lead you to sudden discovery, sudden burst out, sudden pains. But when you will become grounded at the heart center, when you become at the heart center, these two will go away and you are divinely protected, and you will sow the best seed with the best reap. Okay, so please accept this reading. If you like it, subscribe it, and by for claiming it, this divine protection of Mahakali, and Mahakali be blessed with you. If you like and subscribe, it's kiss motivation, and the love once given is love reciprocate back more. Thank you so much for coming here and listening to me. Let's see the message for the pile 3. So pile 3, if you have selected this yellow color beautiful feather, let's see what's the message for you from the Shiva. Shiva says overburden, say no and release burdens. This is from Shiva. Shiva says you are taking on too much. I think you're too much burden and trying to be everything to everyone, and as a result you're feeling overwhelmed. This is not good, you know. You also know that psychologically and also in generally, as in life coach also advise you, when we are go take too much on our heart, inner we are, when we are closing our energies, we are actually not opening heart but the closing heart. Our heart center starts getting burdened. Okay, so let's see what other messages you have. So the other messages are, when I see, okay, there's a phoenix, so I'll just keep it here. Phoenix is there, you have mother's milk and the last laugh. Okay, so when I saw all these messages, I think since, and the mantra shakti, this is a beautiful message. Okay, let's decode all together. Okay, so when I'm decoding all together, I can see right now, as is mentioned, you are emerging, you are emerging from a lot of fire, and through like the divine mother's milk, the divine universe mother milk is nourishing you. And when you are nourishing yourself, your future is there. This is your last laugh on all the pains, all the problems which you have been through. You're going through the burdens, and the future, a bright beautiful future is awaiting for you. So laugh on your pain, be ready for your new things, and there's a mantra shakti working for you. If you, I think you are doing some kind of mantra, or maybe chanting or nam jap or something, I think that's working for you. And you know, this is such a beautiful message when we talk about. Okay, so as I was, sorry, my camera got shaken up. So as I was talking about this mantra shakti, and you saw the first message, you are overburdened. So when you're overburdened, what you should do? You know that you need to release the burden. How you can release? By putting your power in back, by applying your boundaries. You need to have boundaries. Okay, so when you have your own boundaries, that time your phoenix power will emerge, and you will hear the entire divine message, which I can see is all about fighting the negativity around you. Because you know, when we get burdened, when we are too burdened, it's not because we are pleasefully taking it. Sometimes we are taking it to avoid negativity, but the more you take it, that's not going to serve your purpose. I can see the whole message is about putting a boundary, nourish yourself. You need to pay attention to you. Once you pay attention to you, your self worth will come, and that will make your future goals come true. You need to you will laugh one day that why I was doing it and for what purpose also I was doing. And this you can do by using your words also as a mantra. Mantra is not only about the mantras which we talk about, the Vedic mantra. Mantra is all about also what you talk to yourself, how you talk to yourself, what you feel about yourself. Here Mama Kali says to you, use your power, use your voice, use your throat chakra to set your boundaries. Because what you are not accepting is also you are accepting in a manner. Okay, so take your power back, put your boundaries, release your burden, and rise as a phoenix. You know how a phoenix works? Have you ever learned the story of the phoenix? Phoenix is burnt completely, here also burnt, here also burnt, and then nourishment is coming. So that's what they're telling you, have burned yourself too much. Nourish yourself, nourish your soul, nourish your physical body, nourish your emotional body, nourish everything around you for you. Okay, and by putting boundaries, physical, mental, spiritual and emotional boundaries, and cut the ties which are not. You can see the aches, how a person is laughing. When you cut the ties, it will be pain, it will be hurtful, but it will also create your future the way you want. So claim this message, like this, subscribe my channel to claim this message, send the love my way and reciprocate the love. Thank you so much for listening to me. Take care, stay best. May Mahakali and Mahakal be with you.